Yeah, what's up? It's the Bass Boxing Basement Trouble B. Yeah, just watching the live fights. I just see Tony Curtis Jr. Now he's been hyped a lot. Tony Curtis Jr. And you know what? I wish goodness on these young guys who want to be champions. Tony Curtis Jr. is 19. He lost his first fight. I think it's on pro at 16, which is a bit nuts. And he, I don't know, fights like a Brendan Ingle fighter, you know? Or at least a wannabe, because he's got no power. Yeah? TLDR. Do you know what TLDR means? Too long, didn't read. So in short, he's a bum. He's overrated. He should retire. He's awful, and he's a show pony. Like... Khalid Shafiq was another guy from the Ingle gym, and Ingle said he was going to be world champion. He had one draw in his first fight, and then he just disappeared. He never had another pro fight. Why? Well, he just wasn't that good, man. And I don't think he was into it. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think he was purely into boxing. He wanted to live the bad boy lifestyle. The bad boy lifestyle. And that always ruins you when you're a boxer. So, you know, he was jailed and, you know, involved in where a guy got murdered and, you know, so, whatever, man. He's apparently been on Crime Watch. Ali Shafiq fighting outside a club. Anyway, he's an idiot. Tony Curtis. Oh, what's the other one from? Oh, Steve Barnes. Steve Barnes from the Ingle Gym. Again, he was going to be world champion. He had 4 fights. He retired after 4 wins and 1 loss. And he did well to retire. Why? Because he's a bum. But as we're talking about Tony Curtis, and I quite liked him, you know. I thought, wow, that's amazing. He turned pro at 16. He's boxing, you know. He'll grow into his size. He will start hitting harder. You know, he's got a huge head as well, which usually means you can take a punch. But he's got a weak-looking chin, which might mean he might get chins anyway. So, you know, Roy Jones is allegedly his trainer or whatever, manager. But he's never there except on Fight Now. Roy Jones knows a lot about boxing. He's a cheat. He's a pig. He failed a PED test, and everyone always goes how great he is, yet he still failed a test. You know, if you look at his body from the Olympics compared to his body as a pro, it's ridiculous. Anyway, so allegedly he's training this Tony Curtis, who, by the way, weirdly looks like one of Tyson Fury's sons. That's not necessarily a good thing. You know, they're quite ugly, you know. But he's a fighter. He's not a model, you know. And today he boxed and he won on points. He had little power. His chin was high. He looked weak, his body. Yeah. He had this huge head, skinny, but this huge head with a skin fade like most chavs, and the rest of his haircut looking at 80s raver. But he had nice footwork, you know. And he's only 19, but Nas was 18 when he turned pro. Canelo was 15 when he turned pro. This guy, Tony Curtis, is not tough enough for the pro game. And Roy Jones must know that, man. He's not going to make any money out of this complete bum. He was even hurt by body shots by this Tanzanian, Tonzo, right? I mean, he's young, so he could change, but he will always be a bum. And he'll get flattened. Tony Curtis will get flattened as soon as he moves up. On the end of his chin, he's got no strength. On the end of his chin, someone will land a shot, probably a hook, and he'll be put over. And he won't get up. Yeah, and he'll retire, and he'll become an Amazon warehouse worker, I think. Peace in the Middle East.